I'm ready.
Good morning.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
espérate. Hello,
Look
hello.
at that. Oh, now I'm getting jelly because I think I used this cup already.
Actually,
That's
I used this cup
beautiful.
last weekend too. Good morning, everyone. Today is
Mm.
another beautiful day, and this is a show about nothing. And I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Marisel, and it's a show about a lot of things.
Oh,
A lot of things, a lot of important things, a lot of things that, you want to know, you don't want to know.
and a
So,
little bit of laughter that we try to bring to you every week.
yes, yes, because we do need a laughter. That is good for the soul. And a little bit of gossip because that's good for the skin. You know,
Yes.
my skin is, I gossip a lot.
Okay, so here's some gossip, some funny stuff. Not gossip because I don't even know who the person is. However, so my brother was telling me that this person, a person, had a Zoom call with 12 people.
Mm.
And then they were ending the call and he thought he had logged out, but he did not. And it was a guy and he started masturbating and watching porn. So everybody started calling him. Eso no se hace. Eso no se hace.
That's why I'm like, turn off the computer, put it under the bed. Wow.
Can you imagine? I thought it was going to be like, okay, somebody hacked their call, but no.
It was one of them. I can feel my skin glowing. That is some good one.
Where did you see this? He's
Wow.
like, oh, it was on Instagram. I was like, oh my Lord. That's my gossip for the week. Not
That's
that it was gossip, it was news.
flash.
Flash.
I
Oh,
would
that's
do a hand gesture, but I think that's appropriate and appropriate.
what you thought. Eso no se hace. Eso no se hace.
Wow. Wow. That is great. I don't think I could top that one. I mean, no me pasó nada así.
Nada, nada, nada. I mean,
Wow. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Eso sí que está demasiado. I'm gonna mess up my makeup. See, I've been playing with the palette. See, a little bit goes a long way because I really like how it enhances my
okay.
eye. But
Yes.
a little bit, just a little touch so I can look cute and awake for our show. And this hair, look at this hair. Like
I
this.
know. I love it. I don't know where the pink is that you said you were doing pink because that
Somewhere.
definitely looks like red to me.
It's like a magenta. I don't know. I just fell in love with it.
It
It's
is
a
pretty.
Walgreens color. It's a Walgreens. I took mom to Walgreens and she goes, Mommy, look at it for your hair. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, I'm mommy's guinea pig just to keep her busy.
You're such a great daughter.
I'm like, okay.
Wow, that's awesome. So did you go to Humboldt Park this weekend? There wasn't a parade, but I saw a lot of activity. That was crazy.
No, I did drive by I think it was Saturday, but early because I have a girlfriend of mine, Amelia Ramos, and she does mass. So I went to go pick them up at her house. Yeah.
I love those. Those are to die for. That is awesome.
You can find her on Facebook, and they're washable. So I did drive by there on Division because she's all past like Halsted,
Uh-huh.
and not a lot of people were wearing masks. So it was like, no, you have to take care of yourself and not put yourself in those situations. Like,
Yes.
why are you not wearing your mask? How you're not taking this serious?
Well, there are people who believe it and don't believe it, right? It's just, and what are we seeing in the news? We're seeing the cases increasing, but they're actually in younger people now. So Georgia is from like 18 to 20 something, and then in Florida is like the average is 36.
Yeah.
And this is why they're talking about the next pandemic and we have to, you know, I think we just all have to do our part. So this weekend, or on Friday, I have friends over, you know, people that I'm really close to, my brother's wife's family. And my brother's sister-in-law is a nurse. And she just started, you know, there was the first time I had a chance to talk to her about sort of what was happening internally at the hospitals. And, you know, she said depression set in, that they brought people in from retirement that never worked, like in ICU, and that they were thrown in there. And their biggest fear was killing someone, basically, right? Because they didn't have a lot of experience, but there was such a shortage. Just how much they had to change after, you know, every time you went into a room, you had to gear up. But if you went into somebody else's room, you had to change, you know. So it was like fast paced, not being able to sleep with her family, not being able to see her family, questioning if I should come home, you know. And so I hear people saying this is all a government hoax. I don't know what it is, but all I know for me is that if I could do a little bit to help minimize the impact it has on our healthcare workers and on the patients or the well-being, I'm going to do that. So if it means wearing a mask till the end of the year, voila, that's what I'm going to do. Period. Yeah, we have to do that.
It's like the opening little by little, that's fine. And like I tell my family, like I go to my mom's house and I tell everybody that goes, you know, like my sisters, I said, we're all there and we all feel comfortable because when we're outside, we are taking care of ourselves. So we don't bring it back to mom. So I think that's what you need to do. I mean, like my grandson, he had heart surgery. I know if I'm going to put myself around him, I am taking care of myself so I feel comfortable. But a lot of people are just out there without the mask and then they want to go home. And, you know, it's like, please, just wear. Look how creative they are.
I know. I want one of those. We're going to put her in. I want one.
And she'll mail them out. She's been mailing them out to Florida. She's been getting a lot of orders, and her mission is it's $10. And you know, these are worth more because it's time, you know, you're putting into it, but she's doing them with love and just to keep buying material. That's it, because she's not making any money. She just wants everyone to be safe. And that's the message on her $10 beautiful flag of Puerto Rico.
Well, I'm definitely going to order some because they are beautiful, and I'm a Boricua. Hey!
We're on BoricuaTalks.
That is. So moving on to other news, you know, tomorrow I'm being installed as the first Latina president for the National Association of Women's Business Owners. So I got a gift. So I got a gift in the mail, which is the coolest gift from my mentor and coach, Kevin Kinsella. It's a mallet.
Wow.
Can you see? It's engraved with my name.
Oh my God.
I am so enchulada with this.
Oh my God, that is amazing. I love it.
Isn't it beautiful? And this is me. Now there's going to be law and order in my boardroom.
Okay, it's like we have another Sonia Sotomayor.
Damn. No, ¿cómo se llama that lady that does the, oh my gosh, the judge in the Spanish? No, the Spanish judge lady that does.
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. It just came to my mind, but she hits the mallet down. I don't know. But anyways, I will treasure. It's beautiful. And I have to show it off. I wanted to show it off to everyone because.
That is amazing.
Oh my gosh. See, it has my name. Elizabeth Colon, President, Chicago.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I love it. I'm going to come over and like, bam.
I'm going to pose with it.
Yeah, you need to do a photo shoot, definitely. I am so proud of you, Elizabeth. I'm so honored that we're friends, that we started. We don't even know how we started being together, but the universe put us together because we're like, what is that? The yin, the yang, and
the yin and the yang.
We mix well together, and I'm so honored, and I am so proud of you. So congratulations from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. I'm excited. And
you work hard. You work hard.
Yeah, you know that, right? Because sometimes I'm all over the board. Like, I forgot. So talking about.
Amazing. You're so humble. That's the key of of all that you have and all your success of working hard, because working hard is where it got you here today. Nobody handed that little baton to you. You earned it. You earned it, and it's well
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that coming from you. And I love you too with muchos besos. One day we'll come back together. So talking about friendships, we've been talking about sort of changing the format a little bit about on our show, and continue to talk a little bit about nothing and a lot about a little bit about everything. But it's not today. We would talk a little bit about you.
About me. Oh,
Yes, about you, that I would sort of do like an interview so that we can learn about Marisel. So are you open to it?
well, you know me. I love a challenge, and I'm
You
up
love a challenge.
so shoot.
Right
What do you
on.
know
Okay.
about me that you don't already know?
But we're gonna learn more about you. I'm gonna learn more about you. So watch, I'm gonna learn more about you now too. So
Okay.
in past shows, we've talked about many things, and some of the things we've talked about is holding a business with your family, motherhood, having a child at an early age, some of your struggles and challenges. So let's start with those struggles and challenges that you had in your life. What has been the biggest takeaway for you now that you reflect on those times that you had?
Wow, that's a good question. Mira, estoy sudando, Dios. Wow, that's just like all that you mentioned. I see it as a ball of fire. That it
Okay.
was just you know boiling up, and um, it's funny that you asked me that, because today I was listening to Jennifer Lopez,
Mm,
and there's one thing it says that I've I've given up on the saying I'll never give up. But
wow.
look at me now. Yeah, look at me now. I'm limitless.
She
So
sure
there you
is.
go. It's just amazing how the question and all that fireball coming together. I am limitless now, and all those gave me the strength to be where I'm at today. So,
Nice. Very nice. Love it. And
hello.
last week, you talked about being a mother at an early age, which is something you rarely talked about because in all of the time that we've known each other, it's a story that you pretty much have kept to yourself. And I've had to kind of figure out on my own, more or less, at what age you became a mother. But you shared a little bit about that. And that didn't stop you. You talked about being in school with your children. Why was that important to you? Why was it attending school, your education, so important to you while being a single mother?
Well, you know what? It's I think it was something within me, because everything around me at that time was so negative, and
Mm,
it was just a force inside that I had, because I cannot say a specific person. I can't say something specific sparked in me. I was just different. Look at my hair. I'm different. I'm unique.
mhm.
I was destined for other things, but life takes you to trial and turbulence. And believe me, it was a lot of turbulence. But one thing that made a difference in me was a commercial.
Mm. Okay, tell us.
Commercial. But I already had the 3 kids. It was a commercial. It was a lady in the middle of the ocean. And there was, I could feel that moment of despair that she had. Like,
Mm,
where was she going? And I felt that way. It's like, I have the kids and I know I'm going somewhere. I don't know where, but I felt her despair. And like, the bottle floated, an empty
yes.
bottle floated to her boat, and she opened it, and it says, "Do you want to change your life?" And I
Mm.
was like, whew, there you go. I was like with a wind blew in my hair, and I did. So I called and I went back to school, and that made all the difference. But I always had that fighting in me. And probably también the people not supporting me, and
Mhm.
having anybody to look up to at that time. Um, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to prove everybody wrong, because I'm better than this. I am not a baby having a baby, which I was, but
Right.
that didn't define me, and I wanted better. So, voila.
Okay. Okay. So you mentioned about lack of support. What did you do this without any support from anyone? You didn't?
No.
Wow.
At that, I mean, me and my mom, we have such a great relationship right now, but us as teenagers, we
Mhm.
think we know it all. And I thought my mom was the biggest, like failure for me. It's like I wanted her to look at what I was looking at, what I was going through. And, her as a parent, she did the best she could.
Mhm.
But that support that I wanted for her or something from her, I didn't get.
Right.
So I had to find that within me and make that difference for my children that I was having.
Wow. That's wonderful.
I mean, me and my mom fixed that after my late 20s. And I understood her. And like I said, you have to forgive her because, us as mothers, we don't say, oh, I'm going to do this so I can mess up my
Mhm.
child.
You're right, right.
We do what we think it's right at the moment. So
Sure.
I
So
understood that later in life.
sometimes it takes us that long, doesn't it?
Tough love. Yeah.
That's
Tough
of
love.
love. So on the topic of motherhood, anyone out there that's listening, someone young, maybe pregnant or already had a child and has somewhat of a turbulent relationship with their moms, what piece of advice would you give them?
Well, what I always say is like if you're not pregnant and you're struggling already in a relationship with your family, just take care of yourself, put
Mhm.
yourself first, educate yourself. But if you have a child now, what you need to do is move forward and move through the obstacle and do better for your child. And now it's not only about you; it's about that little human being that you have to
Yes,
carry along with and look at within yourself.
right.
Education is the key. Read, write, journal. That's all I did too, as well.
Yes. And how does motherhood change you?
You know what? The thing is, well, I have four.
Yes.
I have 33, 30, 27, and my 20-year-old baby.
And you look amazing.
So they're all out of the house. And for like a split second and stuff, I think about, wow, when they were little, appreciate those moments because they grow
Hmm.
old and they leave you.
They
So
do. They do.
I appreciate my grandkids now, but for about an hour or so, porque my paciencia are out the window.
Send
We
them
like,
back. Send
wow,
them back.
bravo. But I always wanted them to do better. But my kids did their own lives, had their own struggles. But one thing that really touched me because yesterday with Father's Day, my son came to me and said, "Happy Father's Day." And I was
Oh.
like, ooh.
But it's true
So
though. You play
I
both
did the
roles.
best I could. It's like I said, we don't come with the manual. We don't decide, do things not to,
Hmm.
like hurt or my mom shouldn't have done this. But at that moment, we do what we can. So just
Right.
keep going, keep striving. It gets better. The thing is, don't give up. Giving up is not an option.
No,
Little ones.
never. That's
Yeah.
powerful. That's powerful. Earlier on, you said that you were destined for something bigger. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is, but I know it's like I ran into a customer from Ponce and she had like this glow, like just being with me in that present moment.
Yes.
I was like, wow, she's like, you're so amazing and I love you and I love your story. I love your struggles. And then just the thing I'm like, I am amazing. Yes,
You.
but I saw it in her eyes, and what I do with love every day
Yes.
is, it reflects on other people and how they see you. So when somebody puts it out on there and says you're amazing, I'm like, you think about it and then recap. I'm like, oh yeah, I am amazing.
You are amazing. You are. You are.
But things, I don't, it's coming. It's just, I feel it. But today, it's like sometimes, I also analyze, it's like, see, God asks for me today,
Mhm.
I live my best.
Yeah, you
So
do.
I am content. Yeah. So what I've done so far and the lives that I have touched with telling my story.
Yes. And COVID-19, when we went into shelter in place, gave you a moment in time to slow down, because I remember I was telling you, Mari said, you got to learn how to say no. Mari said, you need to slow down. They want, they want fed money, you're going to get sick. And you had that chance, and then you started to write. You started to do poems. You started to reflect. You're currently in a 21-day challenge. What do you say about all of that, that you had that moment to sit still with yourself?
Wow. Well, just standing still, it made me realize of all that I had done and what I was doing. I mean, I didn't see how fast paced I was. I guess,
Yeah.
people from outside could see what I was doing. It's like, I remember one time that I went to the movies with my son Jacob, and um, we went to the movies. I wanted to spend time because when these 20-year-olds call you, mommy, let's hang out. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, get off it.
Yeah. You're like, I gotta go. Yeah.
No, he misses me. I miss him.
Right.
And I fell asleep in the theater.
Um,
And just thinking and reflecting of all that, moving forward, I want to go to the theater and I want to enjoy the
yeah.
movie and I want to discuss the movie with him. And that's going to happen because with this standing still moment has made me realize how I'm going to move forward with other,
Right.
how it's opening little by little. That's how
Yes.
I'm going to start moving into, what else is out there for me. So a lot of changes and a lot of self-love and self-care. So,
Yes.
mhm. And
You're
things
destined for greatness. You're destined for a lot of really wonderful things. I know it. I feel it. And,
thank you.
I can't wait to see what that's going to look like for you whenever you step into that element, because it's going to be exciting. I'm glad I'm going to be part of it too.
Yes, yes, my cheerleaders, my what is it? I'm Athena, remember from my book club?
Yes.
So I have all my heroes behind me. my beginners pluck. We started plucking,
We
so
sure
watch
did.
out.
So you have heroes. Who are the heroes that you look up to?
Heroes.
Heroes, mentors, people who had an influence in your life.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, actually, you know what I just finished watching is the Oprah's Vision of 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did watch Oprah. I really love her concept of
Yes.
bringing all kinds of shows with different backgrounds, Latinos, African Americans. And I watched the Obama, the 2020, Lady Gaga, and Jennifer Lopez put all these
These
powerful
people,
women
yes.
together. I was like, wow, and that before it stopped because of the whole standing still moment that we have had in this whole world.
I know.
But
Oh,
it's something to to learn of other people's struggles, like for example Lady Gaga, mental health is very important to her. you know
yes.
it's the fibromyalgia, that it's the pain in the body and you have to like control
Mhm.
it, just women telling their stories. And that's what it is with me. I want to tell my story to empower someone else. So just listening to individuals with their stories, that's what
Yeah.
I look, but nobody in specific, but I would show you my hero that on Friday, like doing self-care,
Yes.
I did with Janice Aponte. She does a sip and paint Zoom, and it was
Mhm.
as Wonder Woman. So I'm going to show you my Wonder Woman. Don't judge me. I am an amazing writer. I cannot paint, but this is it.
That's beautiful. You haven't seen my painting.
She looks like she got a goatee that's supposed to be like just shadow of her lip.
Okay.
I had to put the pink hair, and she got two black eyes.
Not black eyes because she got punched, right?
But she's tired. She's tired right here. But Janice said that I could put some white in and retouch her makeup.
Mm.
But
Hey,
I am doing
arts is
better.
hard. That's beautiful. I think, it's your interpretation of what you want that image to look like and what it means to you. So not
Yeah.
everyone is an artist. I'm not an artist, and obviously you're not, but it has some meaning, right?
It's a proven fact.
It's a proven fact.
It's fun trying. It takes a lot of concentration and a lot of fun. This was my first Zoom sip and pay. And I'm like, man, I'm in my house by myself. How's
Yes.
it gonna be fun? But no, all the interaction with all the girls and showing their different interpretations of Wonder Woman. It was really nice. So we're looking forward to another one coming Sunday, and that'll be Frida, which is my favorite.
I know Frida is your favorite.
Yes, she's a
What do you
fighter.
love about Frida? What empowers you about Frida?
Well, first of all, I did read the book, and I'm
Okay.
like, man, there's a movie, and I had to read that book. Is like, so and then I saw the movie with Salma Hayek, which she did an amazing
You
job.
did.
And what I like about her is her not giving up.
Mm,
She had the love story, she had her art, she had the accident, and that woman did not give up. A lot of the political, I'm not political, I'm
right.
politically incorrect, but her not giving up of all those struggles of what she went through, and just dying at peace at the end. And that's all I
Yes.
want, is to spread the word what she did was spread her art. I love. I have several of her artwork around the house.
Oh,
And,
nice.
just for her to go through that and not giving up. Hey, if she did it, I could do it. Anybody could do it.
Anybody could. I'm right on with that one. Right
Yeah,
on.
you have to. The book is better as always, but
Yes.
if you want to watch the movie's 2 hours still.
I saw it. It was a great movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
I
pretty
love the
great.
eyebrows. Because they were so thick. I think they just did such a great job. Well, Salma Hayek has thick eyebrows to begin with, but the way they enhanced it, I love that. I don't know. It just kind of stuck out to me when I was watching the movie.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was amazing. She
she
was amazing
was.
in that
She
movie.
was.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, Marisel, tell us one thing about you that nobody knows.
One thing. Okay, so I have, because I was laughing myself the other day when I have my coffee cup, my K cups, everything, and then my cups. So when I open it, I have a little secret stash,
Of.
cinnamon buns, because I'm
Oh.
trying to lose weight. But the more they stay there, the more I think that I'm doing good. But then I'm like laying down and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got some cinnamon buns. Nobody knew that.
So anybody who wants cinnamon bun can find a stash behind your coffee cups.
I do. And it's so funny. I just seen that and I'm like, it's like, no, nobody knew that I sneak cinnamon buns. Now everybody knows. And the coffee cups, oh my God, those are so good.
Yeah,
But
they are good.
that's my little secret.
Now I know
Not
I
more.
know exactly where I'm going to the next time I come to your house and you offer me coffee. I'm gonna go straight to your cupboard.
En la esquinita escondido.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde?
I know.
So
Yeah.
now as we wrap up our show, I want to have you close it with just, you shared some advice already, but I'd like you to maybe share a little bit more to all our viewers, to the women, to anyone that's listening, right? Like, what advice would you give someone when it comes to just like living daily? Our lives are so busy, right? We're so consumed. Our parties may be off, or how women should connect with other women, or how we overcome some of these challenges that we're currently facing. I know it's probably a lot at one time, but maybe you can kind of summarize it all together. Like, what one powerful piece of advice would you give to the world, right? To just elevate themselves and into their greatness.
Yes. Well, my routine is I wake up in the morning
Mhm.
and just thank God. First of all, you have to thank God you wake up. And what I try to do for myself and make myself feel pretty. You know, I do what I like. I like my coffee. You know, I have my K-cups filled. I love Dunkin' Donuts vanilla. I have little options with Cafe Bustelo, 100% Colombian. I have a choice, you know, what I want to do. And just think about me. Make
Good.
myself, today is my day. We got this. Whatever comes, let's do it. I never think negative. If something doesn't happen, like for example, I give you a perfect example. By the end of the year, my ideal was to have my own home.
Mm-hmm.
And well, after what happened and stuff, so you have to accept it, that that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be okay with, you know, with stuff that doesn't come your way, or, you know, it doesn't work out the way you want it to be.
Right.
You have to just be grateful for what you have now. I am so grateful of my space right here. You know, I love it. So just make yourself, you know, love yourself first, and then take care, do stuff for yourself. I just was watching, also referring back to Jennifer Lopez, which
Yes.
her song Limitless. And it's so funny that I'm writing the lyrics and this is something I could quote her in her, because I could relate it to myself. And it goes
Mm-hmm.
something like this. It says, I told myself I had to be a different someone.
Mm.
Yeah, I've given up on saying I'll never give up. So you have to stop, you know, like the saying, don't give up,
Right.
you know, keep going. And look at me now, she says, look at me, I'm limitless.
Wow.
You're limitless. We're all limitless. So listen to that video of Jennifer Lopez. I didn't pay mind to it when it first came out, but listening to Oprah and the 2020 Vision and listening to what Jennifer Lopez said, you know, it does make sense. So I went back. So we are limitless. And
Nice.
I am enough. You're enough. You're enough. You're amazing. Everybody is enough. So.
That's powerful.
Ah.
You see how life is, the universe. You didn't even know I was going to interview you today.
No.
Here you had notes on the side of your desk. You had, it's like it all ties in perfectly well. See what happens? I mean, I just wanted to interview you. I think you're amazing. I'm like, what a great way. Let's get to know Marisel today.
I'll get you back. I won't get you back.
One day we will, one day. So now we're at the end of our show. I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you.
Yeah,
And
I'll get you back. Well, thank you.
thank
It
you
was
for
nice
being
to meet.
very authentic. Not everyone is willing to share and just put out their truth. But as you both, you and I both know that by sharing, we help heal someone else, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that's important, right? So we're closing. We want to thank everyone for having a wonderful week, and I'll let you close out with how.
Let's conquer this COVID. Let's come out on top. And whoever needs help, give your hand out. And you know, it's like you never know what other people are going through. So always smile, say thank you, even if they're rude to you.
And that, we'll leave you with that one.